Hey everybody, this is Tommy G.
And it's PJ.
And PJ, we're coming to you from New York City, the big city on the coast, the Big Apple. I like visiting here.
Yes, you do. I've heard that before.
Very
it's
recently.
It's like deja vu all over again.
Well, yeah, I mean, iconic park, all that stuff. Anyway.
Yes.
We're here in town to catch the pinstripes, the New York Wideloads, and should be a good game. I think you mentioned they're like 1-2 or something like that, but that's going to change. There's a few scores we got to tell you from around the league. But, there's always a lot of other stuff we got to go over too. Let's go over that last game against the Herbisaurs in town, Pete, our second home game. And man, what a game.
Yes, sir. It was probably one of the most complete games I've seen the Beewolves play, whether you're talking about pitching or defense or base running and small ball or hitting the long ball. I mean, Steve Monstour just lit it up. I mean, the Beewolves were hitting on all cylinders in the last game, and they needed to take on the first place Herbisaurs.
Yeah, and the Herbisaurs came out strong. They were heading into this thing really quick. They started things off at the top of the first. I think it was 2 outs left. Ainsley Oliver comes up with 2 on. And very quickly, this looked like it was going to be a nightmare situation. Deshaun Levon dishes up to her after starting very strong. Gets that one right in the middle. She belts that one out about 20 rows in the right center field. And that quickly puts the Herbisaurs out in front by 1. The Beewolves didn't really sit around very long though and take much time to get back into this thing. Magic Moore comes up in the bottom of the second and hits this one past the mound into center field for the RBI, and that makes it interesting and gets the Beewolves back in the game.
Yeah, they started with chipping away little by little, and then at some point things just kind of broke loose.
So yeah, at that point it's 3-1, and that's when things really changed. So the Beewolves always fighting, always trying to get back. The bottom of the thirds, when the fireworks began, first Hammer-Long Ball comes up. We see something we haven't seen in a long time. First pitch, no outs. Pow! Hammer just leans into that thing, hits it back about 12 rows over the right field wall. Hammer-Long Ball, I mean, finally, he started off tense, but he's coming in strong now.
Yeah, he is. He seems like he's shaking off the cobwebs and he's starting to come around a little bit. Like you said, after a slow start, but I think it felt good to get that one off his back.
That's right, without even cutting the clip. The very next batter, very next pitch, Steve Monstour, pow! Just like Pete said, this one was about 8 seats over to the left and about 2 rows down. Back-to-back home runs by the Beewolves and bringing them up, tying the game. Man, I was going ape.
I think everybody was going ape. I think it was justifiable and understandable that everybody was going ape after that back-to-back home run performance, getting the Beewolves back in the game against, again, a very hard contender with the Herbisaurs.
And Deshaun Levon pulled it back together. He held them off the board for a long time after that. Things were really pretty much a stalemate to the top of the 7th when Dean Fale comes up here. And he just gets one over the middle there again. Dean Fale arcs this one really high, but it's far enough, and it just hits the third base foul pole line. It puts them out ahead by 1. So, losing the lead, or getting the lead and then losing it that quickly was a sort of a bitter pill.
Yeah, it was, but the guys didn't let it get to them. They stayed in, stayed hungry, and they kept their eye on the ball.
And speaking of which, then, it was the bottom of the 7th. The very next is 4 minutes later, and you get a situation you don't always get. Now, with no outs, the Beewolves start getting hits one after another, and they load the bases up. And that's when Steve Monstour, who hit that home run earlier in the game, steps up and does something most batters don't get a chance to do very often in their career. He cranks this one out of the left field wall. Grand slam home run. The place is up for grabs.
Yeah, that was about it. And Steve Monstour launched himself. I mean, I think he does a little bit better when you got somebody, competing with him for their job. I think it tends to bring out the best in him.
It does. Well, finally, the Beewolves had one more insult to injury at the end. Bottom of the 8th, Hanley Dexter's coming up. First pitch throw, no outs. In his wheelhouse. That's a mistake. He takes the pitcher deep to right center field. That's where all the balls were. There's a whole bunch of... Well, that one bounces back out into the seats. But, yeah, Beewolves end up making it 8-4.
They double up the Herbisaurs and put a cherry on the top of that one, and they take it home.
They did. Things end up here, bottom of the 9th. Up comes Guillermo Todd, grounds this one straight down the line at first base. Picked up by a sturdy Woodman, throws it over to get the pitch. And the Beewolves are going to close out the game there. 8-4. Big, huge win at home before going back on the road.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It puts them back in the win column and gets them back to 500. So let's hope they can continue to play that kind of baseball here tonight with against the Wideloads. Yes,
bring it on. Before we go into well, actually, let's tell you a little bit about the Wideloads before we actually talk about the other games. It's Wideloads were active in the offseason. Not too active, but they did enough. The one guy, we were keeping an eye on Hank Hart as a potential for catcher. Hank Hart started with the Heaters and was at the Jacks last season. He did some damage against us, and he just signs with the Pinstripes, like, as our agent is on the phone.
Yep.
$8.9 million for 28-year-old B-plus catcher, known mostly for his connectivity and his fielding, great arm. He's definitely going to be an asset for the Wideloads. Right under there, you got a 27-year-old newbie to the league. Asa Booper's going to make $6.6 million a year. The B-ranked left fielder, also known as an RBI man. So they're looking to add a little bit of offense to the squad. There you got to go all the way down to Lancelot Day. Lancelot Day plays his first few seasons in Tacoma for the Arctilox, the Arctics. And he's going to play second base. The C-plus ranked, $3.1 million here, 24. Kind of a backup. He's got bad jumps, but he's got a lot of speed and he's got a great arm.
She's got a great arm.
Lancelot Day
is a woman. I'm looking at her picture.
Oh, I'm looking at quite a manly man.
Oh, wait. You know what? I got the wrong pictures. These are Wild Pig pictures. Sorry.
No problem. And he's not even a pitcher. He's a second baseman. Anyway, Pete's going to get his clipboard back out there.
You know what? It doesn't let me. If you're in the cards, it doesn't let me get in. I get. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Lancelot Day. Okay. Never mind. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. So pitchers, the toast of the town, the biggest pick that the Wideloads picked up in the offseason, Winnie Noel. We knew her down in Fort Lauderdale throwing for the Freebooters. She's been there her whole career. They picked her up at the offseason. A-ranked starting pitcher, 85 velocity, 84 accuracy, 27 years old, $13.6 million a year. I think that quickly makes her the best and probably the best player, best pitcher. I mean, Chimo Gaspar is a big threat, but yeah, for pitching, and she goes ahead and wins her first game, gets a 1-0, yeah, a 4.50 ERA. So she's solid for them.
Yes, she is. She's always been a very solid pitcher. So she's kind of getting a little bit long in the tooth, but I'm pretty sure she could still bring it when she needs to.
Yeah. And I'm looking at salaries. And she is the highest paid wide load by a couple million. Lad Bradwick, the next pitcher, is making 11.2. Then they close things off. They got a new closer. Paisley Grubbs comes in. She threw last couple seasons for the Grapplers. I think she was there. Yeah, she won the championship with them 2 years ago. So she's got a ring on her finger. She's an A- ranked closer, 81 velocity, 70 junk and accuracy, 31-year-old, $7.4 million. So yeah, they could start it up and shut it down.
Yeah, they could. Luckily, I don't think we're going to be facing off against Winnie Noel. So the key will be to try to get to a point where they don't bring in that relief pitcher.
Yeah. All right, we got 11 other games to tell you about real quick here. Pete, let's get right to it. The Overdogs were here in New York facing the Wild Pigs. What happened?
The Overdogs take an early lead, and the Wild Pigs fight back. It's a back-and-forth battle, and the Overdogs will win it 6-4 and 12.
Moonstars in Hawaii at the Nemesis, and it was close, but the Nemesis took it 5-4.
Sandcats taking on the Buzzards. Buzzards out early, and they hold on and win 7-3.
Wow, the Burners were in Houston at the Crocs. It was all Crocs to start. Burners came back, but then the Crocs finished at 7-4.
The Outlaws travel to take on the Jacks. Jacks out early, and they hold on and win it 4-0. Shutout.
Those Sirloins visited the Sawteeth. It was all Sawteeth 7-3.
The Philadelphia Freedom taking on the Platypi, and it's all Platypi all day, 6-0.
Hot corners in Philadelphia at the front runners. Philadelphia 7-1.
Blowfish taking on the Water Bullets. Water Bullets to take that one 2-0.
Freebooters over at the West Coast against the Grapplers. Close game. Oh, very close. Back and forth. The Grapplers take it 10-9.
The Detroit Moose taking down the Warblers. It's a tight game, but the Moose are going to hold on and win it 4-2. So as we go into the Pioneer Conference, looking at the Pathfinder division right now, Tommy, the Moose sitting atop the Pathfinder division with a record of 3-1. They have a 1-game lead over the Burners, the Crocodons, the Freedom, and the Blowfish, all knotted up at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a contentious division. No losing records there. That's pretty impressive. The Uncharted division, on the other hand, San Diego Platypi are up top, 4-0, the only undefeated team in the league right now. The last team with the perfect record. That's always a fun stat starting the season.
Yeah.
You know, how far can you go before you lose a game? They're 21+ run differential. They are a full 2 games ahead of the 500 Buzzards, who are 2-2. Wild Pigs, on the other hand, 0-4. They haven't won one yet.
Yep, and down in the Journey division, the Arctics sitting atop of the Journey division with a record of 2-1. They have a half-game lead, a tenuous half-game lead over the Grapplers, Sandcats, and Freebooters, who are all behind them with records of 2-2.
Wow, yeah, and another division, no losing teams, and the Freebooters were so dominant last year, and they got a -3 run differential. Kind of a slow start. In our Conference Seafair division, the California Gold Coats are tied up with the Houston Jacks. We've seen that before. It just seems like any season you could slap up the lead, it'll be the same. With the Gold Coast and the Jacks, they're both 3-1, and they've got a 1-game lead against the Santa Monica Overdogs, who are playing 500 ball at 2-2. Heaters all the way at the bottom, no wins.
Down in our very own trade division, the Herbisaurs and the Water Bullets have first place locked up with records of 3-1. Behind them, the Nemesis, the Sirloins, and the Beewolves are all a game back, and they're all playing 500 ball at 2-2.
And then in the Curiosity division, it's the San Jose Sawteeth at 3-1. Good, solid winning record, +6 run differential. They've got a 1-game lead against the San Diego Moonstars. Right behind them, the 1-2 Wideloads. Third place, that's a team we're going to face off with now.
Yes, sir.
That brings us to tonight, to whatever's game. Regular season game 5 of 44. It's a 2-2 Beewolves against the 1-2 Wideloads. Both teams rotation aces, so it's going to be a defensive game. Might be hard to get on the board. The Beewolves had great offense in the last game. We'll see if they keep it going. But you can't really count on that all day long. We're going to play good defense as well. We're going to put the star on the mound. The only pitcher we have with the we got two pitchers with a win. I'm sorry. Hurley started things off winning his game. The right-hander is known for his junk. He's got no record yet, even though he was in that first game, played very well. He's got a 2.84 ERA and a 0.63 whip. Very good to start off.
Yes, sir. And backing him up, Hanley Dexter is the superstar shortstop with better than average power. Very good ability to connect and very good speed on the base pass. He's hitting .312 with 3 home runs. Hammerlong Ballo, the right fielder, off the snide. He's got good power, better than average ability to connect, but less than average speed on the base pass. He's hitting .200 with 1 home run. And then Steve Monstour, the catcher, who's locked in right now with good, better than average power, better than average ability to connect, and better than average speed. He's hitting .600 with 2 home runs.
It's the Steve Monster. They're going to be going up against the right-hander that's starting the key pitcher, Latoya Lundberg. Where Lundberg's their 4th string, isn't she?
Yeah.
Their 4th string pitcher, Latoya Lundberg, the right-hander, mostly for her accuracy. She's very accurate. She's got good junk and fair velocity. She's got no record yet, no innings pitched. So this is the first time she gets to put on the hat and the glove and hit the field in Apple.
Yes, sir. And backing her up, Wade Hobbs, the center fielder's locked in. He's got excellent power, better than average ability to connect, and less than average speed on the base pass. He's hitting .385 with 2 home runs. Darcy Hicks over at first base is also locked in. He's got very good power and very good ability to connect at home plate. A little bit less than average speed on the base pass, but he's hitting .500 with no home runs. And then Masha Danga, the shortstop, with better than average power, good ability to connect at home plate, but less than average speed on the base pass. She's hitting .231 with no home runs.
Oh, yeah. Hobbs and Hicks with some impressive batting averages there.
Yes, sir.
We're getting the lineup from the assistant coach. It's going to go like this. Hanley Dex is going to start off the 2nd time in a row. He's going to play 3rd base this evening for the slumping Bertha Banks. Bertha Banks a little bit tense, so they're going to put her on the bench here. The Bronx native is going to sit there and look at her old neighborhood. But he's going to play 3rd base, first batting 2nd, Buster Biggs, and he'll be out in left field. In right field, Hammerlong Ballo batting 3rd, batting 4th, The Monster Man, Steve Monstour, is going to be catching and riding the hot hand. Sturdy Woodman's going to be fifth and play first. At second base, Freddie Knox. Shortstop, Ham Slamus is going to come in and fill in for Hanley Dexterous. So Ham Slamus, always a welcome addition whenever anybody needs a break. You can say something?
No.
Oh, number 72. Magic Moore is going to be in center field, bat eighth, and batting ninth. Our pitcher, Hurley Bender. He's going to be on the mound throwing the forefinger, the two finger, the cut finger, the curveball, and the slider, and anything else he could think up at the moment.
Everything but the kitchen sink, and maybe he'll throw that as well. Yeah, Slamus is off to a slow start, so I'm hoping that seeing some more opportunities, maybe it'll help him kind of shake that off. Beautiful, what would you call that, dusk day in Apple Field?
Yeah, golden hour.
The wide load lineup looks like this. T. Lee at third base, Darcy Hicks at first, Wade Hobbs in center field, Booper left, Masha Dong at shortstop, Hart catching, Gaspar at second base, Ella Royds in right field, and Lumberg pitching. So as we get ready to get this one underway, Hanley Dexterous, Buster Biggs, and Hammer Longballa will get ready to face off against LaToya Lumberg here in the top of the first. Beautiful camera work by our crew. Hanley Dexterous, neutral and fit, tough out utility player, hitting .312 with 3 home runs.
Leans right into that first one. For some reason, that's a theme. They're throwing well to Hanley. That's a mistake. He gets a nice single in center field. Way to go, Hanley.
Yes, sir. One pitch, one hit. Buster Biggs, the left fielder's neutral and fit, hitting .353. Hanley Dexterous at first base has some speed. The first pitch in there for called strike. Strike one.
Oh.
That's in it for called second strike. LaToya Lumberg, known around the league as a K-man, is up. No balls, 2 strikes to Buster Biggs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And down goes Buster Biggs. 1 out, and in steps Hammer Longballa.
Lumberg looking like a star on the mound there so far. Hammer Longballa 200 on the season, 1 home run in that last game. 1 RBI, just turned things around recently. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 count. Second pitch is hard liner on the ground to Dogger. So he's going to throw to second, back to first. Oh, it's in the dirt. So he runs it, he keeps it out, and Hammer's going to get on with the single.
All right, so fielder's choice, and Hammer Longballa at first base. In steps Steve Monstour. He's got power versus right-handed pitching. Ooh, a delayed hit that's going to be in the stands along the first baseline. Monstour hitting .600 with 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Count is even now. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That one's popped up into center field. The center fielder's calling for it, and Wade Hobbs is under it. Makes the catch for the 3rd out. So we're heading into the bottom of the first. Trisha Lee, Darcy Hicks, and Wade Hobbs going to face off against Hurley Bender. No score. Beewolves were able to put a hit on the board. Trisha Lee, the third baseman's neutral and fit, hitting .556. .556 on the young season. Hurley Bender delivers, and she fouls that one off along the third baseline into the dugout. No balls, 1 strike to Trisha Lee. Now it's a broken bat foul straight back, and very quickly Lee is in the hole, 0-2. There's a roller foul along the first baseline. Trisha Lee will get another pitch. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. That one's a flare, and Sturdy Woodman's going to drift just to the carpet and make the catch for the first out. Darcy Hicks hitting .500 with 5 RBIs. Hicks is locked in. 1 out and nobody on in the bottom of the first. That one's ripped foul along the third baseline. Strike 1. That one's inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Darcy Hicks, the wide load first baseman. He fouls that one straight back. Finds himself behind in the count now, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Darcy Hicks. Very quickly, 2 up, 2 down, and in steps Wade Hobbs, the center fielder. He's locked in and fit as well, hitting .385. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Hobbs takes the first pitch for a called strike, strike 1. Wade Hobbs playing center field for the Wideloads today. That one's outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, bottom of the first, no score. Bender delivers his 11th pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2-1 now to Wade Hobbs. Hobbs, known around the league as a utility player. He gets enough of that one to push it foul along the first base line. Count is evened up now, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That's ripped foul, straight back. Hobbs will get another pitch, 2-2. There's a roller down the first baseline.
Oh!
And he tags him. Sturdy Woodman had to run up and pick it up and make the tag himself. So as we head into the top of the second, still no score. Sturdy Woodman, Freddie Knox, and Ham Slam is going to get a first look at Lundberg, who threw 9 pitches, racked up a strikeout, and gave up 1 hit in the first. Sturdy Woodman, the first baseman's neutral and fit, hitting .375 with a home run, 3 RBIs.
Got to get that pitch count up. Didn't even get double digits in the first inning. Ooh, fouls that one back off the net. That was in the sweet spot, though. 1-1 the count. A swing and miss. 11 pitches outside. Good patience there. Sturdy Woodman. Boy, Lundberg looking good on the mound today. Throwing good. It's hard to read your pitches sometimes. Another ball, 2-1. Fouls that back off the wall. We're even up at 2 apiece. The K-Man against. There it is in his wheelhouse. It's hit deep to center field. It's going back, and it is caught at the wall in deep center field. Good hit, though.
Freddie Knox, the second baseman, he's neutral and fit, in .267 with a home run, 2 RBIs, 1 out and nobody on in the top of the second. First pitch to Knox is in there for called strike 1. That one's popped up into the right field corner, and it's going to be out of play. But Knox now in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes with an out. That one's outside, ball 1, 1-2. That one's low, 2-2, and Lundberg has evened up the count. Oh, that catches the low side of the strike zone for a called 3rd strike. And down goes Freddie Knox. 2 outs now with Ham Slamus stepping in.
A lot of good pitching today. A lot of good pitching. Ham Slamus, no average yet. Really only hit. Oh, hits a line drive to Hicks. I was going to say he's only been up once as a pinch hitter.
Yeah. All right, so we're heading into the bottom of the second. Still no score. Asa Booper, Masha Danga, and Hank Hart going to face Bender, who threw 14 pitches and racked up a strikeout in that first inning.
Asa Booper locked in. I don't know why, but I got a taste for a squelch. Hurley Bender, 15 pitches in that first inning. He's facing a good locked-in left fielder who takes the first pitcher for a strike. Nice slider, 0-1 the count. Now the safety's off. He's going to swing at the next strike. It's on the ground. Bender picks it up on his way to first. Tosses over to Sturdy Woodman. 1 up, 1 down. That brings in Masha Donga, who's hit home runs off us before in the past. He's got a .231 average. The fans cheer around. 3 RBIs this season so far. The shortstop reaches out, fouls it towards their own dugout. 0-1 the count to Masha Donga. Good power hitter, even better contact hitter. Swings and misses at that breaking pitch high and inside 0-2, and Hurley Bender's got her in a hole. That one's on the ground. Freddie Knox, oops, dumps a little bit past it. Doggone, he actually didn't need to dive, but he did, and it hit him in the posterior. And that gets her on Masha Donga on first base. That brings in Hank Hart. Should have been an out, but now they're hoping for the double play. Hart, the catcher, we were looking at the preseason, 417 so far. Not quite 100% health. Checks on the first one, strike 1. Great contact hitter. That one's low and away. Ball 1. Even 1 apiece. Chewing gum, talking to his fellow catcher over his left shoulder. Late swing pop up, third baseline. Souvenir for a lucky Wideloads fans. Some Beewolves fans made the trip out here. There's a foul ball at first base line. Still 1-2. No speed at first base. Pressure up somewhat, though. With 1 out in the bottom of the second, no score. There it is on the ground to Ham Slamus, who tosses to second. There's that double play, Pete.
Yes, sir. So we're getting out of the second. Heading into the top of the third, still no score. Both teams have 1 hit. Magic Moore, Hurley Bender's first at bat, and Hanley Dexter's 1-for-1. Lundberg at 20 pitches has racked up 2 strikeouts and given up a hit. Magic Moore, the center fielder, neutral and fit. He's hitting .154 with an RBI. Magic Moore has been ripped off in every game so far this season. He's hit the ball well. He's just come up against some sparkling defense. Very quickly, Lundberg has evened the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. That one's lifted into right field. It's going to hang up long enough, though, for Alaroids to get over and make the catch for the first out. So 1 out, and in steps Hurley Bender.
Hurley Bender, not much contact. Fair power for a pitcher. A home run's about the only way we're going to get a point on the board here. It's in his wheelhouse. So he hits it on the ground. To Darcy Hicks, he's going to run that down himself. 2 up, 2 down. The Beewolves are not up in this pitch count, Pete.
No, they are not. They are not swinging smart. Hanley Dexter, the superstar shortstop, steps in. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. That's in there for called strike. Strike 1. 2 outs and nobody on. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one's popped up on the infield, and Latoya Lundberg's calling everybody off, and she makes the catch herself for the 3rd out. Very quick 1-2-3 inning for the Wideloads. We're heading into the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score. Chimo Gaspar, Ella Royds, and Latoya Lundberg going to get a first look at Hurley Bender, who's thrown 24 pitches, racked up a strikeout, and given up a hit. His ERA is at a 2.16 right now. Chimo Gaspar is tense but fit. He's hitting 200 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Gaspar has good power versus left-handed pitching. It doesn't help him with Hurley Bender, though. Allen's fouled straight back, strike 1.
Offensive, defensive game today.
Allen's low ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yes, it is. I think the Beewolves are helping out Lundberg, and they need to stop. Stop helping her. That was ripped hard, but foul along the 3rd baseline. And very quickly, we find that Gaspar is behind in count 1 and 2. Gaspar.
Gaspar.
That one was high. Ball 2. Count is even up 2 and 2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Chismo Gaspar. 1 out, and in steps Ella Royds, the right fielder. She's tense but fit, hitting 125 on the young season. So the actually Chimo Gaspar is not an outfielder. So Ella Royds takes the first one for a called strike. Strike 1. Royds was able to make the play on Magic Moore's pop-up into right center. That one's fouled straight back in the top half of the inning. So we're in the bottom of the 3rd. No balls, 2 strikes to Ella Royds. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Royds. Hurley Bender getting warmed up. Latoya Lundberg is locked in and fit. She's walk-prone and known as a K-man around the league. She does not have a lot of power, contact, or speed. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Hurley Bender goes right at her. That one's a blooper, and
she gets the
just
single.
over the head of Ham Slamus, even though I thought I hit the dive button, but he didn't. Just kind of blooped over the top of Ham Slamus into left field for a single. Tricia Lee, the 3rd baseman, steps in. 2 outs. Latoya Lundberg at first base does not have a lot of speed. First pitch to Lee is fouled off. Strike 1. Allen's fouled off. Strike 2, and very quickly Tricia Lee now in the hole. Leewood hitting 500. Allen's fouled off as well. She's going to make Bender throw some pitches here. So no balls, 2 strikes. Allen's fouled off as well. 0-2 still. Bender brings the heat, and that one's into center field, and Magic Moore will catch it as he runs up. So we're going into the top of the 4th, still no score. Buster Biggs 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Hammerlong Ballo 0 for 1, and Steve Monstour 0 for 1. Latoya Lundberg at 27 pitches with 2 strikeouts and a hit. Still no ERA. She's in the 4th, and she's only got 27 pitches. Buster Biggs tense but fit. He's 0 for 1 today.
Yeah, less than 10 an inning is going to get her late game. And she's pitching well enough to do well until late. First one's in for a strike. Second one's high for a ball, even at 1 apiece. Magic Moore having a better season this season than last. It hits it in the gap in left center field, and it's on the ground. He's going to make his way around. Stand-up double. Way to get in there, Buster Biggs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So leadoff double, and in steps Hammerlong Ballo. He's neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today, hitting 182 with a home run and an RBI. Lundberg up to 30 pitches in the top of the 4th. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1.
No.
That one's popped up into shallow center field. Buster Biggs looks like he might try. Nah, he's going to hold up. A nice throw by Wade Hobbs in center field. And then steps Steve Monstour.
Steve Monstour, who had a great game that last game. 1 out, pressure up, top of the 4th. An outfield single brings home a runner. That one's in there for a strike, 1 the count. Latoya Lundberg knows it, and she's not going to let it happen. Fouls it off. 3rd base line, 0-2. He's known as a K-man. That's a pop up to left field. Magic Moore, I'm sorry. I want him to be Magic Moore. Buster Biggs got to come back, tag up at second base. Still out there, Pete.
Come on now. Come on now. Sturdy Woodman, the first baseman, neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today, hitting .353 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Buster Biggs leadoff double. Looks like it may go for naught. That one's low, ball 1. That one's high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Woodman. That catches the low corner. There's a run. And Buster Biggs will take third. But the runners will hold up. So Sturdy Woodman with a single to center field. And now runners at first and third with 2 outs. Freddie Knox steps in.
All right, you let her throw some pitches too. Try and get up over 40. 10 an inning. There's the 40th pitch. Outside corner, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Pressure up, that one misses inside, ball 1 apiece. Top of the 4th, still no score here in New York. There's a hard one on the ground, but it's to Gaspar at second, who whips it to first and avoids disaster.
Yes, sir. So we're heading into the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Darcy Hicks 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Wade Hobbs 0 for 1. And Asa Booper 0 for 1. Bender at 39 pitches got 3 strikeouts, giving up 2 hits. His ERA has dropped to 1.93.
Darcy Hicks over by air, 467. Huge power hitter. Great contact. Locked in. Dangerous first baseman. First one's there for ball. Outfield's going to fade deep for Darcy Hicks. Hurley Bender just threw his 40th pitch, number 41 right there. Also misses, ball 2. 2-0. Not sure if Hicks is going to swing at the first strike or if he's going to let it go. He does swing at it. It's a broken bat on the ground to Woodman, who's going to walk it over. Toss. Oh, he drops it. He throws it to Hurley, and Hurley drops the ball. And he gets the base. That's got to be chalked down as an error on Hurley Bender. And yeah, you got a runner at first base with average speed. A locked-in Wade Hobbs, also a huge power hitter. Checks at the first one, ball 1. Outfield going back deep again for Mr. Hobbs. Now Hurley Bender's tense. Hard grounder, third base line. Foul ball, 1 apiece now. Hard line to left field, and that's going to be, luckily foul. 1 and 2, the fans can almost taste a 2-run home run. Down in the dirt, he's got to throw over to first base. Strike 3. He gets the K. Hurley Bender trying to pull himself back together here under the big lights in New York City. Asa Booper, the rookie, up. Good power. Fair contact, 0 for 1 on the day. First one misses, ball 1 on the count. Pressure up still. Swings and misses at that breaking pitch high. We're even at 1 apiece. Swings and misses that one down low, 1 and 2. Hurley Bender's got him in a good spot for his 50th pitch in the bottom of the 4th. Can he drop him? Ooh, that curveball misses high. He does not swing. 2 apiece. Nobody moving on first base. Swinging and missing on a low pitch. He liked it low. 2 outs, 2 Ks in a row. And that's going to bring in Masha Donga. 1 for 1 with a single. He's got potential. The fans are standing and cheering on. It's kind of loud here in the Big Apple. At Apple Field, that one misses inside. 1-0 the count to Masha Donga. Right-hand batter's box, lean back. Strikes in there, no swing. Safety off. With his shortstop, hard line down the first base sides, foul ball on the ground, 1 and 2. Hard one on the ground to Slam as he tosses. Are you kidding me? The Beewolves throw to second to get the lead run because it was closest, and Freddie Knox drops the ball. That's 2 errors in a row in 1 inning, and that brings in Hank Hart. That's some bad defense. Now, Ham Slamus isn't going to over. He's going to first. He's not messing with Freddie Knox.
There you go. So as we head into the top of the 5th, still no score. Ham Slamus 0 for 1. Magic Moore 0 for 1. Hurley Bender 0 for 1. Latoya Lumber got 42 pitches with 2 strikeouts, giving up 3 hits. Still no ERA. Let's get some hits here. Beewolves, Ham Slamus, neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today. Still no batting average on the season. So he's looking for his first hit this year. First pitch to Slamus is in there for called strike. Strike 1. That one's a low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Slamus. There's a rip, but a line drive to Darcy Hicks at first base. He's going to pluck that out of the air for the first out, and in steps Magic Moore. He's neutral and fit. 0 for 1 today.
Boy, Come on, Hammy, pull it together. Magic Moore, only 143. He's got to up his game, and he may have. He goes deep to left field. It's out of here, Pete. Jumps over the wall. The left fielder almost grabbed it, but that's not a usual sight. Magic Moore, left field wall, 369. It's his first home run, his second RBI of the season. The only unfortunate thing for the Beewolves is no one was on base.
Yes, sir, but I'll take it nonetheless.
Yes.
Hurley Bender that is neutral and fit. He's 0 for 1 today. Beewolves on the board, 1-0, 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 5th. First pitch is over the outside corner for a called strike. Strike 1. That's a rip right up the middle into center field for a clean single. Hurley Bender will be standing on first with only 1 out, and in steps Henley Dexteres.
Yeah, Latoya Lumber got a hit earlier, so Hurley wanted to match her on that one, tete-a-tete. Henley Dexteres 1 for 2, 333 on the season. Late swing, strike 1. 0-1 the count. We're at first base with 1 out. There's a looper to right field that's going to drift foul. Souvenir first row. He's in a hole though. 0-2. It's a K-man against a tough out. High pitch, good patience, good eye. 1-2 the count. Elliot's trying to get that pitch count up. That's low and away. She's a little nervous throwing to him. He's now at 53rd pitch. It's a Texas leaguer to left field, and that's going to drop in there. Hurley's going to have to hang up at second though, because it's close to 3. But another good single for the Beewolves.
Yes, sir. Runners are first and second with 1 out. Buster Briggs steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a double today, Tommy. Hurley Bender with some speed at second base. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That's inside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. No strikes to Buster Briggs. There's ripped up the middle, up into left field. A ground ball that splits the shortstop and third baseman. So bases loaded now with 1 out, and in steps Hammerlong Ballo.
Hammerlong Ballo 0 for 2 with a ton of power. It'd be nice to go 1 for. If he gets a single, he gets a run in. If he gets a home run, he gets the grand slam. And the Latoya Lumber is looking to struggle a little bit later. This is the first one. She gets that one for a strike. Now pressure way up top of the 5th. Ooh, gets the outside corner of that one, 1-2. Now she's got Hammerlong Ballo in a hole. Reaches out, hits it on the ground to Gaspar at second, and flips it to second for 1. Over to first to close it out and shut us down.
Dagnabbit. That outside pitch that got called for a strike set him up. Okay, so we're heading into the bottom of the 5th. Beewolves 1, Wideloads nothing. Chimo Gaspar 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Elroyd's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Latoya Lumber 1 for 1. Bender at 56 pitches. Chimo Gaspar is rattled right now, but fit. He's 0 for 1 today, hitting 188 on the season.
A rattled Chimo Gaspar is like an average regular player.
That one's fouled straight back, strike 1. A rattled Chismo Gaspar. Either way, you don't want him crashing on your couch. That one's a high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a roller, and Dexteres is going to charge it, pick it up. Double pump, make the throw to Woodman for the first out. 1 down, and in steps Ella Royds. Royds is 10th, but Fitch is 0 for 1 today. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Beewolves holding a tenuous 1-run lead.
Ooh.
First pitch is inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Ella Royds, the right fielder. She takes that pitch for a called strike. Count is evened up now, 1-1. Royds, the right fielder. She's going to roll that one, and Ham Slamus is going to pick it up, barehanded, make the throw to Sturdy Woodman for the second out. 2 down, and in steps Latoya Lumberg, the pitcher. She's neutral and fit. 1 for 1 with a single, hitting 1,001. No, she's hitting 1 on the season. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Lumberg is inside, ball 1. Bender at 63, make it 64 pitches. That's going to roll to Bender. He's going to let her run for a bit, but then he's going to throw it to Woodman and retire Latoya Lumberg for the third out. So we're going to head into the top of the 6th. Beewolves 1, Wideloads nothing. Steve Monstour 0 for 2, Sturdy Woodman 1 for 2, and Freddie Knox 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Latoya Lumberg at 60 pitches. She's racked up 2 strikeouts and given up 7 hits. Monstour, the catcher's locked in. He's got power versus right-handed pitching, but he's 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Lumberg. High, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Ooh, that arcs in for a called strike. 1-1 now. There's a roller to Darcy Hicks. It's a foot race, and Hicks will win it. Steve Monstour is retired. In steps Sturdy Woodman. 1 out, nobody out.
1 for 2, single. Nobody on base. They didn't get her to throw many pitches there. 64th pitch is a ball. Misses 1-0. The Woodman, a late swing near the hands, fouls it off. 1 apiece. Ooh, that one makes the high side, but it's in for a strike. 1-2. Here goes the K-Man against the Woodman. Misses inside. Good eye there. Sturdy. 2 apiece. Also misses inside. He's making her throw now. It's 3-2. She's ball prone when she's in this situation. But she gets the strike there. And she's jazzed about that.
Oh, that was a knee-high strike right there. Freddie Knox tense, but Fitty's 0 for 2 today, hitting .235 on the season with a home run, 2 RBIs, 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 6th. First pitch from Lundberg is outside, ball 1. That catches the inside corner for called strike. 1-1 now to Freddie Knox. He rips that one foul deep into the third base stands. 1-2. That one's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Foul that one off into the stands along the third base side. 2-2. That one's inside. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lundberg, walk prone. He rips that one, but again into the stands along the third base line. There's another one into the stands along the third base line.
He's handing them out.
The third base fans are loving them. That one's ripped. That's going to go right field. Unfortunately, it's going to drop in front of Elleroy for a clean single.
Oh, my gosh.
Looked like she should have had a chance at that, but it did. It fell right in front of her. And in steps Ham Slamus, neutral and fit, 0 for 2.
I kept expecting her to try and mix it up with the ball. She just kept coming right down the middle, and he had to swing at everything. That one misses low, 1-0 the count. Runner at first base, pressure up a little bit with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. There's a strike. We're even at 1 apiece. 1-0 Beewolves in New York City. Hardliner past the mound into center field. That's a clean single by Ham Slamus, who's turning things around early season here. Way to get in there, Hamby, and put your name on the marquee.
There you go. So 2 on, 2 out. In steps Magic Moore. He's neutral and fit. 1 for 2 with a home run and an RBI. That's going to be the end of Latoya Lundberg. Yes, sir. It took us a while, but we finally got to her, and so Lundberg's going to come out. We're going to bring in Bale Bozer, the relief pitcher. Bozer with a 5.4 ERA, a 1 whip, and 4 strikeouts. He's neutral and fit. He has poor velocity, but he's got excellent junk and accuracy. He's not fully rested, so he's worked recently. He's known as a specialist. He throws a 4-seam fastball, a slider, spitball?
Maybe screwball?
Screwball. There you go. Screwball and a changeup. So Bale Boozer taking over for Latoya Lundberg. Magic Moore with better connection versus left-handed pitching.
That's that screwball.
Takes the first pitch for a called strike. And that one's lifted into left field, shallow left field. The shortstop is there, and Masha Dangle will make the catch for the 3rd out. So we're going to head into the bottom of the 6th. Beewolves 1 run on 9 hits with 2 errors. The Wideloads, no runs on 2 hits and no errors. Trisha Lee 0 for 2. Darcy Hicks 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Wade Hobbs 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hurley Bender at 64 pitches with 5 strikeouts. Trisha Lee, the third baseman's neutral and fit, 0 for 2 today. All right.
Good contact hitter. Trish Lee, third basewoman for the New York Wideloads. Hard liner to the left of a diving Slamus who stopped it but was not able to pick it up. He's going to have to toss it into second base. Probably should have had that, but it's a single for Trish Lee.
All right.
Start things off quickly for the Wideloads here. Brings in a locked in Darcy Hicks, who's 0 for 2 on the day though. So one more out, we get him in a funk. Hurley Bender comes at him there. Oh, it's jumping second baseman or shortstop over the head of Ham Slamus, and that's 2 pitches, 2 singles. And quickly, the Wideloads look like they're trying to capitalize on something. Wade Hobbs now pressure up, but a triple play would be real sweet. That one misses high, ball 1-1 the count to Wade Hobbs. Center fielder. Person's there for a strike. Outfield's going to fade deep. He can hit him deep. Even at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the 6th. Still Beewolves 1-0 lead. Wideloads threatening. That one misses. We're at 2-1 now. Wade Hobbs reaches down, hits it to Hanley Dexterous, who's going to walk it down himself and whip it to first. Gets the double play. Way to get in there, Hanley, and get the frame of mind to walk out the 1. Now you just got to run her at second base. Asa Booper 0 for 2 on the day. An outfield single could tie things up. He's known as an RBI man. He checks the first one. It's there for a strike. He's got more power because he's... 2 quick strikes. And he's in a hole. Hurley Bender looking to lock things down. Fouls it back off near the wall. A pitch up near his hands. Still 0-2. 74th pitch. Breaking pitch grounds it. First base line. Foul. Another grounder foul ball. He's making him throw a lot of pitches. A lot of foul balls. Oh, up near the hands misses. 1-2 now. Base a booper. Fans on their feet. Fouls that back off the net. A lot of foul balls. Throwing a ton of pitches now. 78th pitch. Swinging to his strike three. Finally K's him and closes it out, Pete.
Yes, sir. Way to go, Hurley Bender. So as we head into the top of the 7th, the Beewolves holding on to that tenuous 1-run lead. Hurley Bender 1 for 2. Hanley Dexter's 2 for 3. Buster Biggs 2 for 3 with a double and a strikeout. Bell Bozer threw 2 pitches. Hurley Bender's locked in and fit. 1 for 2 with a single. Whoop. Am I going to let him?
Yeah, right.
Let him hit?
I mean, he's still got gas in the tank for pitching, doesn't he? Or,
okay.
I mean,
all right.
Oh, strike one. Bozer's a hard pitcher to read. He's good.
Ah,
he's got that.
yeah.
He's got command of that screwball. 0-2, swing and a miss. Hits that ball, foul ball, first base line. Bozer's gonna make a scratch windup, throws it. It's a good power hit. It's up. It's gonna be a caught ball in center field. Waiting that off is Wade Hobbs. Gonna grab that one for the first out. 1 up, 1 down.
1 down and in steps Hanley Dexter's the shortstop. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. His batting average is up to .368. 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. Takes the first pitch low, ball 1. Allen's low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes now to Hanley Dexter's. 3 straight balls from Bale Boozer. That's ball 4, and he walks Hanley Dexter's on 4 straight pitches. And in steps Buster Biggs. He's neutral and fit, 2 for 3 with a double and a single, hitting .400.
Boozer looked a little nervous throwing a Hanley Dexter's there. Specialist at plate. He goes to first base, gets Hanley in the dirt. No pitch yet to Buster Biggs. .400 on the season. Good average. Oh, and it's a hard liner to deep center field. And that's going to be off the wall. Everyone's coming around. Wade Hobbs is going to throw that in. A nice stand-up double by Buster. Who's this Buster Biggs guy?
I don't know. But runners at second and third with 1 out. Hammer Longballo 0 for 3 today. He's neutral and fit, hitting .154 with a home run and an RBI. Bozer, known as a specialist, delivers his 12th pitch over the inside corner for a called strike. Strike 1.
Man.
Oh, that catches the outside corner for a called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Hammer Longballo. 2 outs now. Runners at second and third. Steve Monstour steps in.
Oh, boy. Steve 0 for 3. Beewolves looking at stranding a couple runners again. There's that screwball in it for a strike. 0-1 the count. He knows the Beewolves can't hit it. He's throwing nothing but strikes. There. Oh, he literally swing fouls at first base line. Steve Monstour in a hole. Another first base line foul ball. Boozer's up to 18 pitches now. He's starting to run out of his little steam. Reaches out, fouls that one back. 0-2. 20th pitch right in there, hard on the ground, but Gaspar is going to get it on his way to first and throw it to the third out. But the Beewolves are working out the pitcher, Pete.
They are. Just can't get anything across the plate. So we're heading into the bottom of the 7th. It's still Beewolves 1, Wideloads nothing. Mashadanga 1 for 2, Hank Hart 0 for 2, and Chimo Gaspar 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bender at 78 pitches with 6 strikeouts. Mashadanga neutral and fit, 1 for 2 with a single today, hitting .267 with 3 RBIs. Beewolves got that 1-run lead that they're holding on to. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Strike 1. Bender's ERA has gone down to a 1.46. There's a roller, but that's going to roll foul along the first baseline. And Donga now in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. There's a roller, and Freddie Knox is going to get up on it, pick it up, make the throw to Woodman for the first out. 1 down, and in steps Hank Hart. Hank Hart, the catcher, he's neutral and well. 0 for 2 today, hitting .357 on the season with an RBI. Hank Hart, a catcher, highly sought after in the preseason. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Hank Hart. Catches the low corner, another knee-high strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. There's a roller and Hanley Dexterous thought he was going to be able to catch up with it. Unfortunately, he wasn't, and it rolled into left field for a clean single. So Hank Hart at first base with 1 out. Chimo Gaspar is rattled but fit. He steps into the batter's box. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch to Gaspar's inside, ball 1. Throw to first, and Hank Hart is back. Hart with a little bit better than average speed. Allen's low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out to Gaspar. That's an error for a called strike. 2-1 now. Gaspar is rattled. Allen's high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to the Wideloads second baseman. That's an error for a called strike. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first base in the bottom of the 7th. That's fouled straight back. Strike 2.
Oh.
That misses the outside, and it's a walk for Gaspar. So now runners at first and second with 1 out. Ella Royd steps in. She's tense but fit. She's 0 for 2 today, hitting 100 on the season.
All right, let's see here. Really?
First pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Ella Royds. Bender throwing his 93rd pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to Ella Royds. There's a roller, and that's going to be fair, and that's going to get into the corner. Buster Biggs didn't pick it up. He missed it, and it's rolled into the corner, and the score is tied now, 1-1. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Bale Bozer steps in, a relief pitcher. They're going to pull Bozer, and they're going to bring in Hell of a Shepherd. Hell of a Shepherd, the pinch-hitting left fielder. She's got no batting average so far this season. She's neutral and fit. She's got less than average power, average contact, and less than average speed, but she is known around the league as a whiffer. So with 1 out and 2 on, it looks like the Beewolves are going to call it a day. And once again, Bender has lost his shot at a win.
Yeah.
So, early Bender going to come out. They're going to bring in Benson Rushmore, the relief pitcher. Rushmore with no stats. So, no, he's racked up 2 Ks so far this season. He's neutral and fit. He's got a little bit better than average velocity and junk, but his accuracy suffers. He's fully rested. He throws a 4-seam fastball, a 2-seam fastball, a slider, and a curveball. So with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, Rushmore delivers his first pitch for a called strike. Strike 1. There's a foul along the third baseline. And very quickly, Hell of a Shepherd's in the hole. 0-2. Shepherd known as a whiffer. There's a roller to Woodman over to, and they're not going to get the double play, but they do get the force at second. So 2 outs and runners at first and third. Tricia Lee steps in. She's 1 for 3 with a single. 2 outs, play the batter. Benson Rushmore is going to deliver his 4th pitch right here. There's a shot right to Hanley Dexter's on the fly. It's going to be a line drive out, and Tricia Lee will be retired. So we're going to head, they're going to pull pinch hitter Hell of a Shepherd, and they're going to bring in the closing pitcher Paisley Grubbs. Paisley Grubbs, a big get for the Wideloads in the offseason, as my partner talked about at the pregame show. She's got no stats so far. She's neutral and fit. She's got good velocity, better than average junk and accuracy, and she's fully rested. She throws a 4-seam fastball and a slider. So as we head into the top of the 8th, the score tied 1-1. Sturdy Woodman 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Freddie Knox 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And Ham Slamus 1 for 3. Paisley Grubbs taking over duty on the bump. Sturdy Woodman, the first baseman's neutral and fit. 1 for 3 with a single. Hitting .368 with a home run, 3 RBIs. Come on, Sturdy, let's get her going. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Woodman. That catches the outside corner for a called second strike. 1-2 now. Outside, ball 2. 2-2 to Sturdy Woodman. That's ripped foul along the first baseline. He'll get another pitch. That one's high, ball 3, and the count has gone full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one's pounded into left center field. Doesn't have enough. It's off the wall. And he's pulling into second. He's going to hold up there. Sturdy Woodman with not a lot of speed. Thought about going for third, but pulled up. So with a runner at second base and nobody out, Freddie Knox steps in.
Way to go, Sturdy. Get things going. Got to throw a lot of pitches. Pressure through the roof now.
Oh, no.
That's going to be an easy catch in right field. Waving that off is Elroyd's. First out.
One out and in steps Ham Slamus. He's neutral and fit. 1 for 3 with a single. Again, Sturdy Woodman standing at second base with only 1 out. Let's get him around, guys.
Oh.
Slamus takes the first pitch for a cold strike. Strike 1. Oh. That one's ripped hard, but foul into the first base stands. And very quickly, Slamus in the hole, 0-2. That one's low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's pounded into center field.
You can get third.
The center fielder is there, makes the catch, and Sturdy Woodman is on his horse heading for third, and he's going to slide in there. So now a runner at third base with 2 outs, and in steps Magic Moore, 1 for 3 today.
He's going to need the single, though, to convert the point. Pressure's through the roof, top of the 8th, tie ball game, 1 apiece. That one makes it back with for a strike. Nice bending curve pitch there, 0-1.
No.
Fouls that back off the net quickly. Magic Moore's in a hole, 0-2. 15th pitch. It's a Texas leaguer down the third base line, but it's caught by Trisha Lee at third base. Closes him out, shuts him down.
So we're heading into the bottom of the 8th. It's still tied 1-1. Darcy Hicks 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Wade Hobbs 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And Asa Booper 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Benson Rushmore threw 4 pitches in his brief appearance in the 7th inning. Darcy Hicks locked in and fit 1 for 3 with a single.
All right. The Hicks man takes the first one there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Outfield's going to go deep. They know he's good for it. Benson Rushmore looking good so far on the mound. Hard line to third base line, 0-2. Got him in a good place. He does not chase outside. It's a good pitch selection, though. Now we're at 1-2. Demasor gives him the signal. Number 44 nods. Steps off the rubber, winds up, throws. Breaking pitch fouled off third base, or behind the net. Still 1-2. High pressure situation here in New York City. Tie ball game. Oh, up near the chin. He just moved his hands down to get out of the way. 2 apiece. Low and way, hard line to... Oh, Ham Slamus cannot get it. Buster Biggs in a stop, but that's a clean single by a hot hand for the New York Wideloads. And that brings in Wade Hobbs now. Power hitter, 0 for 3. Looking to go 1 for 4, an important one. A little more than average speed at first base. There he goes, the throw. As hard as he can, gets him. Way to go. Steve Monstour, not the usual catcher we'd expect to have thrown him out, but he just cuts off that first guy, Pete. And now if Benson Rushmore can get rid of Wade Hobbs, we're in a good spot. On the ground to Hanley Dexterich, who reaches over, whips it over to first base. 2 up, 2 down, or 2 down after 1. Beewolves looking to come back from near disaster. Here comes Asa Booper, 0 for 3. Pressure still way up. Fans cheering him on, hoping the new rookie could do something. Hard line to Ham Slamus, who dives over, grabs it, whips it to first, gets the third out. Good defense there, Beewolves.
Yes, sir. So we're heading into the top of the 9th. Beewolves 1 run on 11 hits with 2 errors. The Wideloads 1 run on 7 hits. Benson Rushmore's first at bat. Hanley Dexter is 2 for 3 with a walk, and Buster Biggs 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a strikeout. Benson Rushmore has low. Okay, looks like Benson Rushmore may be taking a seat here. Paisley Grubbs getting ready to throw her 16th pitch to Poke Foster, the right fielding pinch hitter. He's hitting 167 on the year. He's neutral and fit. He has poor power, but he has better than average contact, almost good contact, and he's got poor speed on the base pass. So Poke Foster facing off against Paisley Grubbs, the first pitch.
Yes.
And he rips that into right center field, and that's going to go all the way to the wall, and Poke Foster is going to pull into second with a double.
Nice.
So a leadoff double for Poke Foster. Get a pinch runner out there.
That's what I was just going to do. Yeah, it's time for you. So
Haley Dexter, 2 for 3 with 2 walks.
I thought you were going to do it.
No.
Okay, so
you're hitting.
Okay, Poke Foster. They're gonna wave him back in. That was a great hit out there. Let's see. So who's got speed? Oh boy, the rookie Eduardo Keller is a fast guy. They're gonna bring in Eduardo Keller to base run for the Beewolves.
All right.
Fast new rookie. Poke Foster got him there. An outfield single brings him home and gets this game ahead. Pressure through the roof. First one misses. Second one misses. 2-0. Paisley Grubb's a little nervous about throwing to Hanley Dex. There's his pitch. Inside corner, strike one, no swing. 2-1 the count. Reaches down, hits it through her legs. He's coming around for home. Here's the throw. He slides it and makes it, Pete. Way to go, rookie.
All right, 2-1. So in steps Buster Biggs, the left fielder. He's 3 for 4. 2 doubles and a single, hitting .429 in the season. Hanley Dexter's at first base with no outs. Throw to first, and Dexter's is back. Paisley Grubb's throwing her 21st pitch. That's low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. There goes Dexter's, and it's a bunt, and it's on the ground, and it's going to sacrifice bunt. And Hanley Dexter's now at second with 1 out, and in steps Hammerlong ball. He's neutral and fit. 0 for 4 today, hitting 143.
That's not that good. Pressure still up. She goes back to second. Oh, it's dropped. To try and pick Hanley Dexter's off. He goes to her 23rd pitch right in for a strike. 0-1 the count to Hammerlong ball. He wants to go 1 for 5 at least. Get some sort of thing here. Fouls that back off the wall. He's quickly 0-2. Reaches out, hits it on the ground. He's going to be 0 for 5 today. Donga picks it up, throws it to first.
Wow, he is off to a bad start this season. Hanley Dexter's at third base, though, with 2 outs. Steve Monstour locked in and fit. He's got power versus right-handed pitching. He's also 0 for 4 today. Hanley Dexter's at third base. First pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That catches the outside corner, and the count is evened up. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. That one's a line drive to Mashadanga at shortstop. She'll make the catch for the 3rd out. So we're going into the bottom of the 9th, Tommy. Beewolves 2, Wideloads 1, and entering the game will be Macy York, the closing pitcher. Macy York with a 54 ERA, 12 whip, no strikeouts. She's tense but fit. She's got a little bit less than average velocity. She's got she struggles with junk, and she's got less than average accuracy. She's fully rested. She throws a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a curveball. So as we get ready to face Masha Donga, 1 for 3, Hank Hart, 1 for 3, and Chimo Gaspar 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Macy York will take the bump and do some work here. Beewolves 2, Wideloads 1. Masha Donga, the shortstop, is neutral and fit. She's 1 for 3 with a single today, hitting .250 on the season with 3 RBIs. Macy York delivers her first pitch for a called strike, strike 1. York looks in, gets the signal, makes the pitch. There's a roller to Hanley Dexter. So pick it up, double pump to Sturdy Woodman for the 1st out. 1 down. And then steps Hank Hart. He's neutral and well, 1 for 3 with a single today, hitting .400 on the season with an RBI. 1 out for Hank Hart. First pitch for Macy York is in there for called strike, strike 1. That's in there for a called 2nd strike, and now Hart in the hole 0-2. York's ERA down to 27. She cut it in half. That's ripped foul. So Hank Hart will get another pitch. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Oh, a rising fastball almost got Hart to chase, but he was able to hold up. A ball and 2 strikes now. There's a roller. That's a single in the center field, and Magic Moore will get up, pick it up, and make the throw to Freddie Knox to hold Hank Hart to a single. So 1 on with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, and in steps Chimo Gaspar. He's tense but fit. 0 for 2 today, hitting .176. He's got a home run, 2 RBIs. First pitch is inside, ball 1. That's in it for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out to Chimo Gaspar, the Wideloads second baseman. There's a shot, and that's going to get into center field for a clean single. So now there's runners at first and second with 1 out. Tying runs at second. The winning run is at first. Ella Royd's tense but fit, 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI today. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Ella Roy, the right fielder. That catches the low outside corner for a called strike, and that'll even the count 1-1. That one's popped foul. Out of play along the first baseline, and now Ella Royds is behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. Oh, that misses the low This is the low strike zone for a call for ball 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Elleroids. So now it's 2 on, 2 out. In steps the closing pitcher, Paisley Grubbs. She's neutral and fit. Of course, they're going to go ahead and seat Paisley Grubbs. They're going to bring in Lancelot Day, the pinch hitting second baseman, C+ ranked. He's hit 167 on the season, no home runs, 1 RBI. He's neutral and fit. He does not have a lot of power. He's got less than average contact and a little bit better than average speed on the base paths, but he's got bad jumps. So Lancelot Day facing off against Macy York. He hits a ground ball to Freddie Knox. He'll pick it up, make the throw to Sturdy Women for the 3rd out, and the Beewolves will walk out of here with a win, Tommy.
Oh, that was not a foregone conclusion.
No, it was not. It got a little interesting there at the end. Macy York, though, she's doing the work. Still seems to be struggling. Not off to the start she'd like to be, but she was able to get it together here at the end.
She was. Beewolves start things off in the 4th inning with a couple of errors. And then they decide to get serious in the 5th inning, score a home run. Magic Moore puts them out in front, gets them ahead 1. Then in the 7th, I forget what happened for the. Did they get a home run or they scored? No, they got some runners around. Wideloads scored in the 7th, tie it up. Things go to the 9th when the Beewolves get out ahead there with some really good hitting, put it together late. They ground down the Wideloads pitching, made them go to the bullpen, and then they didn't let the bullpen get established. They get 1 in the 9th and hold out to close it. Beewolves score 2 runs on 13 hits with 2 errors. The Wideloads get just 1 hit on 1 run on 9 hits. Good defense for the Beewolves.
Yeah, very good defense. Like I say, some good pitching too. Like we've seen, I think almost every one of these games so far, the pitchers have given up at least 1 home run. This is the first time I think the Beewolves have kept the opposing team completely in the park.
Yeah.
And like you say, because of that, it allowed the defense to really make some plays and clean up the base paths a couple times. So yeah, again, I like what I'm seeing from the Beewolves early on.
Yeah, and talk about hitting. There's 4 batters on the roster here with batting averages over 400, or at least 400. Hamlet Dexteris goes 3 for 4 today with an RBI, gets walked once. He's hitting 400 on the season. Buster Biggs goes 3 for 4 with a strikeout. He's hitting 429, the best batting average on the team. Hammerlong Ballo has a real bad day. Slow start to his season. He's 0 for 5 with a strikeout. His average is down to 133. Steve Monstour goes 0 for 5, even though he's got a 400 average now. That brings him down to 400. He had such a good game, they'll ask him. Sturdy Woman goes 2 for 4 with a K. He's 400 now. And then from there, you got Freddie Knox 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Ham Slamus 1 for 4. Magic Moore 1 for 4 with a run, that 1 home run to put him out in front with the RBI. Hurley Bender goes 1 for 3. He's not expected to do anything. Benson Rushmore doesn't hit. Poke Foster gets called into pinch. He gets his hit 1 for 1. Eduardo Keller gets called into pinch run for him. He scores the run. And then Macy York closes things down, doesn't hit at all.
That's right. And over there for the Wideloads, Tricia Lee, she goes 1 for 4. Darcy Hicks 2 for 4 with a strikeout. Wade Hobbs 0 for 4. Asa Booper 0 for 4. Masha Dongo goes 1 for 4. Asa Booper were 2 strikeouts. I'm sorry. Hank Hart 2 for 4, scored a run. Chimo Gaspar 1 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. Ella Royds 1 for 4. She did get an RBI and she struck out twice. Latoya Lundberg 1 for 2. Bozer did not get a chance in that bat. Hell of a Shepherd 0 for 1. Paisley Grubbs did not get in the bat. And Lancelot Day came in to pinch hit and was 0 for the day. So, yeah, I mean, again, you're looking at Tricia Lee 462, Darcy Hicks 500, and then Hank Hart 438. Latoya Lundberg hitting 500, but she's a pitcher, so that's. But outside of that, everybody else is kind of below 300. You got Wade Hobbs hitting 294.
Yeah.
But really, they're struggling, I think, offensively.
Pitching, Hurley Bender comes in, throws 6 1/3 innings, gives up 6 hits, 1 an inning, 1 earned run, walks 1 batter, strikes out half dozen, 6. His ERA is a pleasant and a good 2.13. Benson Rushmore comes in. He's going to get the win. He throws 1 2/3 innings, gives up only 1 hit. His ERA is a 0 with a 1-0 record. Way to go, Benson. Really established yourself as one of the initial relievers here to still be in town, and he wants to stay. Mace York comes in. She's going to get the save. He throws an inning, gives up 2 hits, gets a K. Her ERA drops from 50 down to 13.5. She's now 0-1-1 on the season.
Yep. And once again, Hurley Bender pitches a really great game and then walks out with nothing.
Yeah.
It's not the Wideloads, Latoya Lundberg pitched 5 2/3 innings, gave up 9 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 3, gave up that home run to Magic Moore. Her ERA is at a 1.59. She does not get a decision. Bale Bozer came in, pitched an inning and a third in relief. He gave up a hit, a walk, a strikeout. His ERA is at a 4.26, and again, no record for him. Paisley Grubbs, the big closing pitcher they acquired in the offseason, she'll take the loss. She pitched 2 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run. Her ERA is at a 3.86, and her record falls to no wins, 1 loss, and no saves. So, 3 stars of the game, Tommy. Number 1 star, superstar, starting pitcher Hurley Bender. Again, 6 1/3 innings, giving up 6 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, only 1 walk, and struck out 6. Averaged a strikeout per inning.
Wow, yeah. Oh, yeah. Second star of the game, our star shortstop, playing third base today. Hanley Dexter is the man whose jersey I wear. Number 2 goes 3 for 4 with an RBI. Hanley Dex just continuing on from last season.
Yes, sir, and rounding out the 3 stars of the game, the only wide load to make the cut. Latoya Lundberg, the starting pitcher. Both starting pitchers have a lot to be proud of. That was a good outing by both of them. Latoya Lundberg goes 5 2/3 innings. She gave up 9 hits, an earned run, and racked up 3 Ks. So, good on you.
Yeah, started off with a real big pitching duel.
It did. Breakdown looks like this. Tommy G had 6 hits, 1 great catch, and 4 strikeouts for a contribution of 53%. Pete J had 7 hits, a home run, 2 RBIs, 3 strikeouts, and of course he only gets 47% contribution.
I'm not sure on that math. I guess they give more weight to strikeouts.
I think they give more weight to the guy who pays them off, Tommy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
I get the Bills. Well, speaking of payoff, Magic Moore's getting free steak tonight for that home run.
Yes, sir.
And then you got Steve Monstour. Steve Monstour every once in a while has a flash of brilliance. Looks like the next best thing, and everyone's carrying him on their shoulders, and then he disappears into the shadows. Never to be seen for a quarter of a season, when he'll come back out again and, hey, it's Steve Monstour, everybody, and then see you next time. Unfortunately, that's his thing. He's got to work on that consistency to go from the kind of game he had yesterday to the game he had today. It's night and day.
Well, I think it's difficult because what he did in this past game, against the Herbivores, you don't expect Steve Monstour to go to have a 2 home run game. Obviously, he can hit them deep, so the opportunity for a grand slam is always there. But he just had a stellar offensive outing. And look, he had a great defensive day. He threw a guy out at second base, which is really not his forte. That's why we brought in Fiona Clark, because we wanted somebody who could gun down those guys who are running the bases on us, and he did it. So give Steve a little bit of a break. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not all or nothing. He's in there. He's worth the money we're paying him, I think, and he's a good catcher.
It'd just be nice to see him go 1 for 4, 2 for 4.
Yeah.
Instead of just nothing. But anyway, it's me. So there's some
I think he was gripping the bat too tight after the last performance. He was every swing. I think he was looking to park one out.
Yeah, you get a lot of microphones under your chin there, and all of a sudden there's the expectation. So I'm looking at player development. There's some news here recently. Bertha Banks just can't see the ball like she used to. Well, we've had some stuff in after that last game. Hannah Longwell's fielding dropped by 14. Bertha Banks, her contact drops 12 from 63 down to 51.
Wow, these are big drops too. These are not single-digit drops. These are huge.
Yeah. We don't have the money to develop them back up. What you got up from there?
Chevelle Stewart has lowered his asking salary. He was asking $6.6 million. Chevelle Stewart's still languishing on the free agent wire. He's an overall ranked B 29-year-old catcher. He'll be happy to catch on with somebody for $6,400,000 as long as he can play.
It would be nice. Benson Rushmore tossed a piece of garbage into the bin on the first try. Hey, we got an improvement here.
All right.
Because his accuracy climbs from 36.
Is it double digits?
No, it climbs from 36 to 37.
Oh, there you go. Polk Foster hasn't been eating as much protein lately, and he's dropped. His power has dropped from 25 to 24. So the 30-year-old right fielder outfielder has lost a little power in his punch.
Well, at least we weren't relying on him much for power. But all right, yeah. Wow, there's gonna be between this and our next game. There's gonna be 20 games. That's a ton. Take a look at the schedule, see where we are again. So hey, we got a winning record. Just sunk in. All right, we're what?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're 3-2.
3-2, half game out of first place. We're behind the Herbivores and the Water Bullets, and we're a half game ahead of the Nemesis and the Surling. So
yeah, all right. Well, then, yeah. After this, we're gonna end up going to out to the West Coast to play the Overdogs. So that'll be a trip out there. That'll be fun to get out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to tell the folks about how you're upset with the schedulers?
Yeah.
Because this road stand has us going from one end of the country to the other.
Get you some real flyer miles. All right.
There you go.
Until the next time, everybody, this is Tommy G.
And this is PJ, and we're saying, get out of here.